La 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 la.
Hey folks, I'm Camille Who Armstrong, the Performing Arts Renaissance woman. For over 40 years, I've worked as a performer, educator, consultant, and coach. But most importantly, I'm a parent. From classrooms to stages to bedtime routines, I've spent my life nurturing creativity, character, and connection in the next generation. This series is for you, whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the first time, or even third time around. I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands-on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Camille Who here, Child Whisperer. I did a video a while back called Two-Step Learning. I feel like I wanted to expand upon it and give a little more examples, a little more moments that you can use this two-step learning. If you're watching this video for the very first time, I would suggest that you go back and look up two-step learning. That being said, I'm going to give you just a brief overview of two-step learning in my terms, my language, and that is teaching children in smaller bites lead to big steps. Instead of giving them, just over informing them, saying hi and bye, going up and down. So I used opposites as really good ways of teaching your child in 2 steps. So in this video, I wanted to expand upon it and give you a little bit more, and this is more for toddlers, okay? There are cause and effect that where your child is learning. If you do this thing, then that thing happens. Or if you do that thing, then that thing happens. And there are sequences where you, for fun time and for play, where you do one thing or you say one thing and then that happens. Or you do a thing and they have to do it after you. These are 2 steps that you can find some creative ways to implement. I'm also going to share sequences when it comes to routines, like the daily routines that you want to train your child in learning. So here's 3 examples of my cause and effect. One thing that I do is it's like a hide and seek, okay? I would go behind a wall and I go, "Where's meal?" And then that child knows they have to come looking for me. That's something they just really can't resist, actually. Like, I'm not going to say, "I'm going to go hide, you have to seek." It's not that. It's just there's something that they have to come look. They have to come find me. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I think that if I did it to myself, if someone hid something from me, I'd be like, there's that temptation of like wanting to know where it is, knowing that there's a surprise party, wanting to know when it is, who it is for, or, things like that. So when something's made a mystery, you have to go find it out. I think that's the reason why, but children cannot resist this. So I go behind and I hide behind a wall and I go, "Where's meal?" And then they come and they look for me. I go, "Ah, you found me." All right, and then I run and I hide again. "Where's meal?" And I make sure, they can hear my voice. So now they're following my voice. It's called echolocation, I like to say. But now they're following my voice and they have to follow and find where I am. "Where's meal?" "Ah, you found me." So you have cause and effect, right? They had to go look for me and then they found me. Here's another one. When they learn to open a door and close a door, they go open. I say the word open. "Hi, how you doing?" Or you can say, "Hi." Whatever, you can keep it simple, keep it basic, keep it consistent though. Open, hi, or I say open, anybody home? Close. Bye-bye. See you later. You can vary that in any kind of way that you want to. Open, hi, close, bye. Another one is something that you can use also with drawing a boundary and enforcing a boundary with your child is I'm a firm believer of when a child is sitting at the table to eat, I don't give them toys. I give them food. If I'm heating up some food, then I give them a few Cheerios or some goldfish and they can munch on that. But the point is what you do at a table is you either eat food or you wait for food, right? I don't give them trucks or toys or cars or any kind of rattles. Like I don't give them toys because I'm training them to wait for food. I'm training them to know that what we do at a table is we eat. So I'm just going to wait for my food. And that's usually what they end up doing is, you train them in that way without having to make a big deal out of it and teach them and give them all the word salads. You really are you just don't focus on anything else. You don't give them, they don't need a toy to distract them from what needs to happen. Because the more we create distractions for children to forget where they are and to forget what is happening or to take their mind off of what's happening, the more they can't cope. Their executive functioning is not working. They don't know that there's a time and a place for everything. And so that's what I like to do with children that I care for. I just sit them at the table and they usually just sit quietly and wait for me to give them the food. Get the food, I do a little quick heat up and I come back. If it's a long heat up, then I give them a few Cheerios or goldfish, then they can snack on it. But they're not distracted by toys. They're focusing on some food while they're waiting for the food. So I said that to say that sometimes, if a child, especially a 2-year-old, sometimes they're eating their food and they want to stop eating their food to go play with something, but they're not done with their food. Maybe it was how I was raised. You don't leave the table until you're done eating your food. You sit and you eat your food that was made for you. And then you can go do whatever it is you were planning on doing. So this sequence, this 2-step is, oh, I want to go play, or, like with a 2-year-old, play ball, play car, play truck, play whatever it is they want to go play with. I say, eat your food, then go play. Eat your food. If they say, play toys, eat your food, then play toys. Eat your food, then play toys. Play toys, eat your food, then play toys. And you know what? They eat their food. You know why? Because I make sure that they get to play with their toys. I make sure that I hold up my end of the bargain. And so they know now, it's been so much of a pattern that they know that if Meal says that if I do this, I know that I'm going to be able to get that thing after, right? Because I'm very consistent when it comes to that. I hold up my end of the bargain. You do this, and then you can do that. You can do this, and you can do that. I used to have a motto with my children: do what you're supposed to do, and then you can do what you want to do. And that's always been the motto. And they always, they're just like, cannot, but did you do your chore? But did you do your homework? Right? Let's see that homework, right? They know that, and then they're like, yep, you're right. And because there's no argument, there's no tantrums, just some discipline. That's all, and some responsibility. So there's your cause and effect examples. Then we have sequences for playtime. Your 2 steps. I do when I want to get a child to, I don't know, clean up some toys, throw, say there's a bunch of balls and you want to go throw them in the bin. Like, all right, we got to clean these up. Okay. She shoots, she scores, and make a big deal about it. And they see me do it a few times, and now they're like, they go get it and they're trying to shoot, he shoots, he scores, so then when they shoot and they miss, like, oh, try again. Oh, try again. And they're shooting, he scores, make a big deal about it. So that's a fun way to teach children to clean up their toys. Like, you don't really throw it in a bin. You don't have to make it so difficult, so complicated. But you throw their clothes in a bin, right? Or their toys in a bin, or their bottle in the sink. All right. I've had children who have defied their parents, and they drink their bottle and they just throw it across the room. And I usually say, come, get that bottle, go throw it in the sink. He shoots. And he's like, they'll run to the sink and they'll throw it into the sink. And I'm like, he scores. So that's like, it's one of those things where you're like, they can't resist. Once I say, she shoots, they go and do it. It's a fun way to get them to follow rules. Oh, here's another two-step sequence. And that is, I finish washing my hands and I splash them. Splash. Ooh, I got you. Splash. Ooh, I got you. Splash. Ooh, I got you. And so now every time I'm at the sink, they're like, splash. Okay. Splash. Ooh, I got you. And they're just waiting for me to also say, ooh, I got you. This is just the fun time stuff. And another one is, oh man. So I've gotten kids for, I don't know, over a decade used to the finger. Once I do this, they're like, no, 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 no. They start running because I do this thing where I put my finger at their neck, or I put the finger under the armpit and I go, give me back my finger. Of course now, like, they don't have my finger, but what happens is they go like this. And they start doing that, right? Because it tickles. But now they have my finger, and I'm like, give me my finger. Give me my finger back. Yeah, what are you doing with my finger? Okay, so now there's this like fun time sequence that all I have to do is go like this. They remember, they know the first step, so they know the second step is coming. Okay. This is why I always say, just keep it simple and keep it consistent. If the first step and the second step are always the same, then they get to trust it, they get to anticipate it, and they learn from it. They learn sequences that way. So sequences for daily routine is one of those where, okay, you know that they're finishing a bottle, like at their, this is toddler age. So they know, they're holding their own bottles, and they can, go and lay down and drink their bottle or whatever. And now some kids, they just throw the bottle. When you see that the child is almost done with the bottle, you watch them and you go, if you're all done, you can give it to Meal. If you're all done, you can give it to Mom. If you're all done, you give it to Dad, whoever you are for this child. I'm sure you're a mom or a dad. You're all done, you give it to Mom. They know that it's just creating the routine that you don't just throw a bottle, right? That if you're all done, you go and give it to the person that gave you the bottle, whoever, right? Or you can say, you all done? Okay, let's go put it in the sink. Step 1, step 2. They get used to that. They know that either they have to give it to a person or they have to throw it in the sink. If it's a glass bottle, you gotta get, obviously you can't throw it in a sink, but then they're learning that as a part of their routine instead of creating more of a mess. They know that after I'm done with this thing, I go and put it in a sink. Throwing the diaper in the garbage. after you're done cleaning, changing the diaper, you go, well, I go, all done. They know it's done. They know, like, they can get up. I don't even have to say all done anymore. I can just go on their diaper, and they're like, they know it's time to go. They can go now. They know that it's all done. But that's creating that routine that they just get used to, that sequence that they just get used to. You go, all done, and then they can go. All done, they can go. You do it a few times, then you just go. That's the cue. They know they can get up and go. Also, with the diaper thing, you can also do a sequence of throwing the diaper in the garbage, where you roll up the diaper. Of course, they're all dressed up. They're dressed in everything now. You roll up the diaper. You go, all right, I'm going to throw it in the garbage. Bye-bye, diaper. All right, next time you change their diaper, throw it in the garbage. Bye-bye, diaper. Next time, throw it in the garbage. Bye-bye, diaper. Okay. You've done that enough times that one of these days you can say, here, go throw it in the garbage. First of all, they know where the garbage is, and they know that what happened. They know how to throw it in the garbage. And then the second thing is, they usually say, bye-bye, bye-bye, or however, whatever their word or sound is equivalent to diaper, they say bye-bye to it. And another one is bedtime. So 2-step sequence. Night-night, I love you, lights out. That's it. Night-night, I love you, lights out. You don't have to say lights out. You can say lights out and turn off the light, because that's an audio and a visual correlation to each other. So they know that when you say lights out, they know what that means. Clearly it's bedtime, right? Lights are going to be out and I go to bed. So night-night, lights out. You just walk out of there. You get your child used to that. You got them bed trained. You got them sleep trained. And that is it for 2-Step Learning 2.0. I'm Camille Who. I'm Armstrong. And I am out.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child's Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more, or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.